Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to another Ascended Master in our series. And today I have the lovely ladies from the Crone Zone with me, Priscilla and Heather. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you
Welcome.
so much. This is
Yes, thank
exciting.
you. Yes, it
I love the
is.
subject.
I know. I think it's fabulous. And you were one of the first ones to pick what you wanted to do. And you got beautiful Quan Yin. So I'm going to turn
You
this over
did.
to you and let you talk about her.
Well,
So
thank you
thank
so
you.
much for having us. We
Of
appreciate it.
course.
And Heather's actually the one that picked Quan Yin,
I know.
and
Beautiful.
we love her.
And
Uh-huh.
would you pick her up so we can see her while I talk?
Sure, she
Yeah.
wants me to
Oh,
pick her
yeah.
up. This is our Quan
Yeah.
Yin that we keep on our lanai.
And sometimes she's shown writing, whoops, wrong page. I'm sorry. Quan Yin, she hears prayers. A well-known master, English master, Quan Yin is the beautiful Chinese goddess of mercy, compassion, and protection. She held such a deep love for humanity that after achieving enlightenment, she chose to remain in human form instead of ascending to Buddhahood.
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 Say that 5 times.
There's a lot of words in here that are confusing.
Yeah.
Quan Yin is a shortened form of a name that means one who sees and hears the cry from the human world. Her Chinese titles signifies that she who always observes or pays attention to sounds. In other words, she who hears prayers. Kuan Yin has many depictions. She has a bigger variety of images than any other god or goddess in the Chinese pantheon. There are said to be thousands of different incarnations or manifestations of Kuan Yin. Sorry.
And her 5 major virtues are mercy, modesty, courage, justice, and wisdom. And she's usually depicted as barefoot, gracious, dressed in a beautiful white flowing robe with a white hood gracefully draped over the top of her head and carrying a small upturned vase of holy dew, which even mine has the vase. She's a little
Wonderful.
vase of the holy dew.
Uh-huh.
Um, Sometimes she holds a water vase in her right hand and a willow branch in her left. Mine doesn't have a willow branch. The vase is one of the 8 Buddhist symbols of good fortune and contains the nectar of life.
Wow.
She's awesome. The
Yeah.
willow branch is a symbol of flexible yet unbreakable strength and is used to sprinkle the nectar on her followers.
And sometimes she's depicted with a child, known as the child sending Guardian, and considered to be the patron saint of mothers. She's believed to have the ability to grant parents filial children, healthy, in other
Mm.
words.
Wow.
The maternal goddess, the protectress of children, the observer of all sounds. Kuan Yin is a favorite figure in domestic shrines, and her image is carved on small jades, which Chinese women offer faithfully at the temples dedicated to her. When I was in Kansas, I went to a Chinese restaurant, and they had an altar in the restaurant, and
Yeah.
Kuan Yin was in it.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it is
she
wonderful.
looked a lot. Now, sometimes she's depicted with a fish basket known as Yulin Kuan Yin and considered the patron saint of fishermen.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't see a basket there,
Well,
but she's
she's sitting in
definitely
it.
on a boat.
She's in the basket. Yeah,
Oh,
she
she's
is.
in the
Okay, I
basket.
thought that was
Yeah.
a boat because it looks like waves
Looks
underneath.
like a boat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's cute
Mhm.
there.
She is.
She's sometimes shown riding atop a dragon, a powerful yet benevolent creature, or she can be seated also on top of an elephant or a lotus. Sometimes she's with the lotus flower. The lotus represents purity of the body, speech, and mind, and like the water vase she's sometimes shown with, is a symbol, a Buddhist symbol of good. What did it? Good fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's our
Mhm.
little one out on our deck with the
Okay.
What's this
Orpheus.
one?
I
Uh-huh.
love that. I love that.
Sometimes she has 1,000 arms, known as one with 1,000 arms. The legend says that after struggling to understand the need for so many, her head split into 11 pieces, which the Buddha turned into 11 full sized heads. When she tried reaching out to help all who needed it, her arm split into thousands pieces, which you guessed it, the Buddha turned into 1,000 arms. So that's her.
Wow.
Mhm.
What's really interesting is we have this one, but the next one is the god Avalokiteshvara.
Mhm.
They show the same picture for him.
Oh.
It's a historical fact that Quan Yin is the Chinese version of the male god, what you just said, Avalokiteshvara, whom the ancient text eulogized as the patron deity of Karuna, aka compassion.
Mm.
Nowhere in India, where he originated, or Tibet, where he remains the most popular deity, is the latter ever deified as a female figure.
So he stayed male in that part of the world, but somehow became Kuan Yin to the Chinese.
Well, they're smart.
It's kind of interesting.
And in China, too, his worship began as a male god, but over time changed into the goddess. And by the 9th century, her popularity had prevailed over that of Avalokiteshvara. That's all right.
You ladies get an A for just trying. Yes. You get an
That's
A for
okay. No, just drop one right now.
Okay. The Tibetans solved the craving for a down to earth visual embodiment of Karuna. Karuna means compassion, and it's the kind of love that women have that's not sexual, it's just
Mhm.
unconditional, I guess.
Agape love.
Yeah, like agape,
Yeah.
agape love. Okay, so the Tibetans decided to solve this problem with the visual embodiment of Karuna by envisioning the goddess Tara, born from the tears of Avalokiteshvara.
And here she is.
And
Here she is. This is Tara.
Oh yes,
This
I
is
love
Tara.
it. There's
Yeah.
Tara.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Is she always green?
This one's the green one, but they have a white one, and I think they have a red one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The Chinese did the same by enclosing the virtue in the graceful and beautiful Kuan Yin, who is eminently human in appearance and approachable by all. She gradually became the favored goddess of the peasants, farmers, and fishermen of China, retaining her place in their hearts to this day. In China, not only had popular gods always been real people who had once lived in specific times and places, even mythical figures were turned into historical cultural heroes who were then venerated as the founding fathers of Chinese civilization. That's unusual to make them the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Kuan Yin had to change from a goddess into a living woman so that she could be worshipped as a Chinese goddess. I love that.
Yeah.
The human character of Chinese deities is one of the most distinctive features of their religion. And like ordinary mortals, they too have birthdays, ancestries, careers, and titles. Now, though Kuan Yin is not given a date of birth in any of the Buddhist sutras, but her principal feast is widely celebrated on the 19th day of the second month moon.
The second moon of the lunar calendar.
Of the lunar calendar.
Okay.
Chinese lunar calendar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the several stories surrounding Kuan Yin is that she was a Buddhist who, through great love and sacrifice during life, had earned the right to enter Nirvana after death.
Nirvana.
I knew I was not saying it right, and I could not. They have such names. Anyway, while standing before the gates of paradise, she heard the cry of anguish from the earth below. And turning back to earth, she renounced her reward of bliss eternal, but in its place found immortality in the hearts of the suffering.
She was beautiful. There actually are several different stories about who and where she came from. One of them was that her father in China was an emperor, and she was the third of 3 daughters, and the first 2 got married, did whatever they were supposed to do, and the third one was like, "Nope, I'm not doing that. I want to help the poor." She dressed in rags and wandered around the streets and took care
Just
of
like the Buddha. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to kill her, so he sent assassins after her because she would not do as he told.
Right.
And
Wow.
assassins decided they couldn't kill her, and she went and lived as a hermit for a while. And then the father was dying, and he needed an eye or a couple of arms or something like that. So she gave it to him, and then he forgave her because he saw her compassion. I don't remember how she lived out the rest of her life, but she didn't have an eye and she didn't have 2 arms, and somehow.
Wow.
And
That's
then
fascinating.
there was another one. She was like a princess in India, and it was kind of the same story, only she didn't suffer maiming. She didn't lose her eyes and her.
So she physically gave her eye. She didn't like have an extra. No, okay.
Gouged
Oh,
out her
wow,
eye,
wow, wow.
human,
Okay.
and gave it to her father,
Wow.
or his emissaries, or whatever.
Mhm.
They're really bloody stories. So the one that we chose was not quite that.
Right. Understood. Understood. Yep.
So her principal temple is on the island of Pudashan in the Chosin archipelago off the Zhejiang coast near Ningbo.
There you go.
The goddess has resided there for 9 years, reigning as the queen of the southern seas, and is a major pilgrimage site sacred to the Buddhists. And you can see there are a bunch of people.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Look at how big that thing is. Oh my God.
Yeah, she is huge.
Is she I have not yet to see a picture with the willow in it. Maybe that's
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
Do you want me to keep going for a bit?
Keep going for what?
My part.
Go ahead.
So in 847, the first temple of Quan Yin was built on the island. And by 1702, Tao had 400 temples and 3,000 monks and was the destination of countless pilgrimage. Like in 1949, however, Putao was home to only 140 monasteries and temples.
Only.
The goddess Kuan Yin is a symbol not only of the Chinese assimilation of Buddhism, but also of the many-hued flavor of karuna expressed through the softer wisdom of a woman.
She is the embodiment of the divine feminine, modest and inward-looking, yet potent enough to generate and compassionately nourish the whole outside world. A Kuan Yin figurine in your home is said to attract compassion, good fortune, and strength. Place her near your front door, allowing her to welcome and protect all who enter.
Wow.
And that's our Kuan Yin.
That's beautiful.
And I've got to say that the one that was in the Chinese restaurant was more like her than
Was it? Yeah. Uh-huh. Usually they have the Buddhas in there and you're supposed to rub the bellies in the Chinese. I've never seen a Kuan Yin in a Chinese restaurant, so that's really cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's why it surprised me. I mean, they had a Buddha, but she was also there.
Okay.
Cool.
That's wonderful.
Well, we have Buddha at the front door. Maybe I'll switch Kuan Yin with Buddha. But he's a lot bigger than Kuan Yin.
You also have a Ganesha at the front door? Do you know who Ganesha is, the elephant god?
Yeah,
I have one that's about this big. But when I was in Kentucky, I went to this doctor, and it turned out he was actually a Hindu from India. And I told him when I walked in, there was a Ganesha, which brings good fortune to any business. And I said, "Oh, I knew it was a good place to come because I saw your Ganesha at the door." And he went, "Oh," because nobody knows. In Kentucky, nobody knows what that is.
No, I'm sure that's probably true. Blue elephants are not normal in Kentucky, I imagine.
That's very true.
We do have a white elephant at our door that's like a little table.
Yeah.
It's holding a metal unicorn.
Okay.
The table itself underneath, he's holding the tabletop, the white elephant.
The elephant.
Yes. Yeah, I think I've seen something like that. They're
Sure.
really beautiful, and it's it's not huge,
No,
but
it's
the
not
top of
huge.
it is on their, like it's on their back, right?
Yes.
The
Right.
Yeah,
tabletop.
it's like a little
yeah,
tabletop on the back.
yeah.
So I got
Uh-huh.
a little metal unicorn for Christmas one year, and so it's there.
There you go.
And
You're
Buddhist
covering all
crystals.
bases.
You bet. You got to cover them all, right? Everything's
That's right.
magic.
That's right.
Everything, yes. And they
Everything is
even
magic.
have masters, ascended masters cards, and this is one that it was a Quan Yin's card. You can't
Awesome.
see it there, but
Right, right.
they have cards that you can get.
Uh-huh.
But
That's true. Doreen Virtue has a whole, I think, a whole package of different ascended masters, and
I wonder if
they're
that's
really.
the one Jean uses when she pulls out her
It
ascended
might
master
be.
deck.
I
Yeah, it
imagine
might be.
Jean uses you can buy either just the decks and go online to look at the book, or you can buy the decks and comes with the book. And
Uh-huh.
there's a vast difference in the price, but you can do either way.
Well,
Yeah.
I've gone on Etsy before, and I bought the Green Tara card, and it's sort of metal on the outside, and I keep it in my wallet just because I resonate with her. But she's a manifestation of Kuan Yin, so
Right.
apparently it's all the same. It's all the same. Wonderful female energy, and
Yes.
it's so wonderful that you Crones picked Kuan Yin.
We had to pick a crone, didn't we?
Yeah.
Even though she's a beautiful crone, she's always gorgeous.
She
No
is
matter
always
what's done,
gorgeous.
but yeah,
But then again, so are we. We're all Crones. We're all beautiful.
we're all beautiful crones.
Inside and out. That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
The part I like about being a crone is the loss of the angst. You are what you are. You know.
Yep.
You know what life's about at this point, for the most
Mhm.
part.
You do.
And
Yeah.
it makes life easier.
And
It
you've
does.
had the experiences to draw on how to take care of things.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Truly liberating is what it is.
I
And
agree.
I've had people tell me they never wanted to be called one because they thought of it as being like an old ugly woman. And I said, no,
That's not what it
that's
is.
not it at all. It's never it. It's
That's what the
Men did
patriarchy wants you to think.
yes, they want you to think
That's
so.
What it
exactly
is-
what the patriarchy wants.
Is what it is a wise woman who has
It is a
been
wise
through
woman.
things and can tell you what you need to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And
Because
wisdom is
she's a
earned
healer, she's
through
a
it.
counselor. There's numerous identities. For
Yeah,
her.
everything in life she's already been through.
Yeah. Been there, done
In
that.
one way
Even
or
got the
another.
t-shirt in some cases.
Exactly. Exactly.
We definitely have the t-shirts.
We
though.
definitely have the t-shirt.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
having
very
us,
much.
Holly. It's
Oh,
really
thank
fun to be
you.
able to do this.
I know. It's fabulous. I'm going to be posting it
That's
soon.
her.
Thank you, Crones. I'm just going to say goodbye to the group, to everybody watching, and have a fabulous day.
Bye, you guys. Thanks for watching.